growing up, azange feel like I gotta represent the family or apart from the passion you got inspired by seeing the people coming into your home to the studio.
I don't remember feeling any pressure because even this thing, yeah, music, I think my family never enjoy it. Kira,
At that time.
Gujarati part-time fail. The song that I released
On Good Friday.
it was mixed and mastered by Spoo. But
Mm.
the initial thing that the plan nil already rumele someone, but then because of the fans, you know that gaucho guy, 5K.
The one that Nasonso is away.
Sure.
But then, so since we already been and was, which one would you say it was your biggest or the one that was the most successful to today?
The song.
Yes.
Now I feel like my first album, the Free Dube, that was the album Lorraine did very well. And if I were to look on the songs or which one did the best more than Teddy, it's really difficult because Adishani cool.
And then when you perform, surely people will be like, we want this song.
Okay.
You know, asking the repeat and
Nah, I think it's Bayakulu.
Bayakulu.
Bayakulu did very well.
Welcome to TB, the Boyz Experience Podcast. My name is Junior Rams. As always, I'm not rolling by myself. I'm rolling with Tumi Sono. Today he's rolling. The camera is behind the camera. Please forgive me. Today is my first ever interview, so I'm a bit nervous. Just a disclaimer. But then before, let me introduce our guest first. I don't know Tomega because he does so many things, but then most people know him as DUBELESH. He's a musician slash producer, singer, rapper. What else am I missing? The talent is about it.
I'm also a graphic designer.
Oh,
Yes.
now it makes sense because I wanna the post to go Facebook, and I was wondering how you come up. That's all.
Yeah, maybe we'll get some point later.
Sure, yeah.
But then before Toma, Artoma go the icebreaker just so that Papo Fatsi or something like that.
Sure.
I want to give you my visa my two and then okay one get the artist and then I don't know if get it. But then anyways, number one. Empty or Jaff. Maybe you can explain or why why okay tell if you want
Okay, it's obvious empty, yeah. If maybe I had to explain it's somebody already I look up to him, you know, and he's actually my idol, to be honest. Yeah.
Aries or Nasty C?
Oh, that's the C, but I don't actually know why to choose a. Can I choose but
How that tap into hip hop?
no, I'm not into hip hop that much.
Okay. Channel musician or Kabza the Small? Sorry.
Kapsa the small.
Tunzi or Sinom Solo?
Tunzi.
Tunes.
Yeah.
They're both fairly new. Shasha or Msaki?
Shasha.
Why? Because I saw something. I thought maybe it would be really hard or something. AK or Casper?
Casper.
Something Soweto or Mlindo, the vocalist.
Something Soweto.
Something Soweto.
Yeah.
What the first two people they were confused?
Mobana Balito.
I thought he Mlidoki is something so with and they were like
Dr. Tumi or Benjamin Dube.
Oh, Dr. Tumi.
Are you related with the guy? Or the Hurtman?
No.
Because it's Dube and Dube.
No, I will not. You know.
Okay. Amanda Black or Amifaku?
Amanda Black.
Amanda Black.
Yeah.
Wrecking Crew or Pequelas?
Kolas Nagaway.
You don't know them. Eh?
Wrecking Crew, yeah, I'll go for the Wrecking Crew.
You said you are not a rapper, but then I wanted to ask you between singing and rapping. Which one would you choose? Singing.
Yeah, I'm not. Rap is something that I can do, kili one, but I'm not comfortable for encouraging rap go and stuff.
Why not?
I feel like it's not my line of work.
Okay. Let's start the interview. Yeah, please explain Hori. How did you start? Let's take it to the beginning. And who was your biggest influence when you started the whole musical journey?
Okay. What I can say, like I grew up in a musical household whereby my dad is a music producer. My brothers Leona, they produce, and then I also used to sing at church. Again, now we're talking about before me becoming DUBELESH.
Yes, the beginning.
Yeah, it was just me growing up in that kind of environment. Yes, seeing people coming in and out or coming to the studio. Obviously,
the studio is in your home.
Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously, you overall interest. Again, so and so was here. Then the next thing you see that person on TV, you feel like okay, it's doable. So then I started first by singing go church, and then I was also doing music with my brothers, but we were doing house music at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and take a whole and whole. Hip hop started 2016. 2016, yeah. I think I was repeating grade 10 at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then can I go tell the hip hop, SA hip hop, like it was
the
booming.
golden era of hip hop.
Yeah, SA hip hop to be specific. So yeah, that's when I obviously we go for what's trending.
Mm-hmm.
Then
so Bila, that's how you really got into hip hop, because I thought like it's your really your passion like that.
Nah, it's not. That's why some of the things hip hop I don't normally know them because I get follow that much. But whereas it's important for me or get kids, but then at hanyan I'm getting used to following the gens and everything.
By hip hop.
Yeah.
Who do you like right now? Who are you listening to? Like
it's MT always. MT.
But then you say right now you are studying, so it means or you found new cats in there because MT he's a legend right now, I guess.
Hey, never knew.
Because you said you don't know the class. And they are like the hottest, and then on a level, we have
saw a
Latin overpound, so 25 shock or G Tech, Mochini.
Yeah, Mochini Kamis.
You know Mochini.
Yeah. I can say currently MT, I'd go for McLaren.
McLaren Dube.
Yeah.
He's really dope.
Yeah. Very, very, very.
So this other one time this other movie called Iron Claw. It's a movie war wrestling whereby it's about family business type of vibes. Yeah, bargaining wrestling. So I was wondering, so in the movie, the father used to pressure the kids and be like, you gotta bring the title home. No.
Okay.
You know, that kind of pressure. So
sure.
Growing up, as I feel like I gotta represent the family or apart from the passion you got inspired by seeing the people coming into your home.
I don't remember feeling any pressure because even this thing, music, I think my family never enjoy Kira Kojarate part-time fail. Then I have to go out to perform. That was not part of their play for me. I don't know if you get it. As much as I'm this good or people think that I'm good, so I have to go there. But it's something similar. They do support, but then their main plan is to give a musician because there are some of the things in the industry tailoring.
They are bad.
the red flags, and then the parents, yeah, they always wanna hey. So good luck,
Mm.
so I never felt any pressure.
So what were they playing? How they were supporting? To what extent were they supporting?
The music.
Yes. You were making music, and then what do? They play for the visitors, or
Yeah, I remember. Okay, the first main support, whenever maybe I'm busy in the studio, I also get help from them and bang encourage her. Instead of saying this, don't say this, wara wara. Maybe I make a song and
teenager just being a typical teenager.
yeah. So instead of doing this kind of a song, hey man, do this. This mereko so pina so ikaso very on things 1 2 1 2. So that's the support I get, especially from my mom. If you can listen to my songs, they're very positive. Me as a young person, you sometimes wanna sing about money that you don't have. You wanna sing about girls.
Make it till you make it.
So it's a little one kata from Zora. Rep cap, yeah. So and another thing, it's if I'm getting bookings, they do allow me to go out sometimes, depending on the
When then?
No, now.
Even now.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
You had a couple gigs this weekend. I think you were at Doski and Moritella Park or something. You posted something like
now, Olma style.
Where's that?
It's what is it? It's still Pretoria. Akitsikering. Olma.
It sounds
sure.
it sounds pretty far.
And it's not. It's not. Not Akitsikering Kokayo.
Oh, go on a toll gate.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Kodi ploto.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's the gigs that side.
There's a church.
Oh,
side,
you
so
were
I
doing
Yeah. I was.
Okay, did you go to church?
I went to church.
You spoke about your brothers. I only know Terry D.
Yeah.
Who else? Because I know your cousin Sia Fortune, yeah, the DJ.
Yeah. So
The mic.
I have 3 brothers. The first ke Temba Dube, second one ke Sipo Dube, then there's Sibsiso Dube. Sibsiso Kena Terry D. Then it's me. So it's a family of 4 gents.
So do you remember the first song that you did? Since you said you dove into house music.
Okay. Yeah, the song. Okay, before Naki Kiva solo, ne? Before I released a solo, we once did a hip hop song with them.
The brothers.
Yeah. Parike Sunday, it was very, very nice. It's a very nice song. And I think if I can get a chance, I will get happy because that time we never released it. So I can say we lost the song.
Lost Force.
Yeah, lost five. Hey, okay. So the song, I'm even thinking of remaking it. It was
You remember bar for bar, lyric for lyric?
The lyrics, obviously, I want to change because I want to improve. I was still young, so now I feel like I can do better than that time. But that time it was relevant. But now if you go I feel like a fumble. Wow. So yeah, that was the song, and then we then started to separate. Busy
and stuff.
And then that's when I decided. Sometimes I get a gig, I have to go. Mama Hey, now that's cool. So I felt like, okay, bruh, I will do it solo then.
Go solo.
I go solo. I went solo.
So since after that, was it before you went solo, you were also in a group called the Acess.
The Acess I was not. I was not part of.
Because it was. Let me read them. I know Maxi, Kevin, Lishes B, and Sawabi.
And Prinkit. Remember Prinkit?
Maybe I don't, because this one I know them almost
Oh.
personally. Yeah.
Yeah, when they just featured me on some of their
Oh,
songs. Yeah, I was not in that group.
so how many songs did you make with them?
I think only 2 songs.
Do you
Two
remember
songs.
them?
Eh, I was not expecting it. I got feature with the
But it's
Aces.
not really look at the beginning. Yeah, it's
Nah.
not really look at the beginning.
And then what happened to the Aces, man?
I don't
I'm still
know.
trying to think the song.
We
This-
are the Aces.
Mm,
We
mm.
are the Aces. Do you know them? Kibucha, Kibucha, Kibucha,
Okay, yeah, Butcher. Yeah, Butcher was one of the songs that Lawrence Lydia stand out to
Mm.
kill it thing.
Namazala, I don't know it. Namazala, say how old song?
Mama.
Mama.
Yeah, Mama's Oh, that one is solo, yeah.
Oh, those are the things that really they help you. Don't say Mamazala, say Mama.
Hey,
As you were cooking earlier. So do you still record at home?
I do.
You have the full on studio and
Studio.
everything.
Everything. I actually do everything by myself.
So you
Except for the beats. The beats, it's Terry D. Terry D, you know, better beat, and then I'm fine.
he does all your beats, or you have someone sometimes you bring in the studio.
Hey, my guy, I tried it, but I feel like 3D, not Jorge Braga, but honestly, he understands me better, yeah. I did try Jorge, Kispanele some gents, because someone, Silam Boys, there was a time me and again, Kislolek music. That's when 3D like Nale very, very busy. To a point our asana na go focus aga mon na ha. So kano check imagine. Check
Or
imagine.
outsource.
Yeah. But it never worked out because now if I can look at my
Correct.
my data that has signal in zone already. I wanna be in Lawrence like I face like like
Oh, data
somebody
files.
else.
Data files.
Yeah,
on
the files.
Over the program, FA.
Cubase.
Oh, Cubase.
Yes.
So,
So
how,
I don't know what's going on. If someone on Romela beat, I feel like maybe they don't understand what I prefer. And sometimes, but to be honest, it's not only about what you prefer. As an artist, you need to be able to work on anything.
to be challenged.
To be challenged. So, hey, that's why I question right. I'm trying to think, unless you feature me, then you have something, then I just come verse or hook, then that's
Njor
that's
is
the
making
only-
music now.
Eh?
Njor. You remember Njor?
Yeah. I do talk with him.
I think he makes good beats.
Ne?
Yes.
Once silang pozoro uspana, well, nalena, pero tata in terms of mixing and mastering.
Yeah.
But the songs, the beats, I want silang ang rumela ko some of his work mo YouTube. But then the thing naile hore you must listen to the mixing igigrileng kwale. So I never thought or maybe can everything.
No,
Na my-
Romelo Ugire, I didn't get that.
Nang rumela or ke check hore o mixa bya, o
Oh.
mastera bya.
Uh-huh. So he didn't.
No.
Okay, alright.
Yes.
He used to send me link back on Instagram.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
you know,
gonna check this out.
push.
He's really doing the things.
Yeah, shout out to him.
But like no Carlos, so I process you produce and mix and master. Like processing we can do it. How does it look like to mix and master?
Mix and master, you know, I wanna explain something very important, so Lauren, people don't understand. Bye bye. The main thing here, Kore, it's mixing. Mastering, do you know the difference maybe?
No, that's what I can have old school. I can only hear on the headphones, sorry. The sound is really crispy. I like effect
Okay,
that's
sure.
the
Yeah,
one
that's mixing.
and that other one you got underwater or something.
Yeah, mixing. Mixing is all about track sound the monate or look like the compressor, the filter, the auto tune and everything. So majita mo guys barato re pineki shota mastering. Whenever mastering, they talking about mixing. Mastering is so it's about making it loud. Punch. Do you know the difference between you can play my song now or utlanga go fats or dlala next? Dlala. So that yes, that's mastering. The main thing for the song to sound good, it's mixing. If the song is not well mixed, then even if you master you master it or mastera. Can I chill?
I don't know,
Or
mastera the whole file or music output.
yeah, like
Eka basha.
mixing a relay. How mastera if Lorunal the post hotel how mastera it's like good will love for answer.
You just mixing crap, come on, crap.
It's like
Yeah.
maybe we look at like a mother so if you try or this one.
No, I would feel
If you know music,
if exactly.
Mm.
Kanya konso if mix up in and the track I illuminate, it means mastering how you master or mastera crap.
Oh.
Yeah. So you're allowed to or yeah. And then it's something celoring bawa chimoka si servet.
Why is the problem? Alna
Hey,
it's a software or we are
software thing, but then if you don't know them, if you don't
it's
know
just
how
more
to
about
use them,
you're supposed to be good. Like when you're good, you're good. Because
I'm not
also we are gifted in different ways.
yeah, we really are, but then in like I was not saying or not mixing waka. But like
You just
Babu, like it's like it's a very serious thing. Babu, everyone, local artist more high. I'm talking about Bagawati. It just sound good for our eyes. But then if for our ears,
Yes.
if I can take it to somebody else somewhere. I remember this other time, my brother Silas and this other producer will go Universal my other song. So now that track root eliminate, but that guy Rawajo, this thing doesn't sound good. Oh, I know we do lemonade, so that's
you didn't.
that's
You want. I think you want to mix a bit.
no, that's what I do. No, it's like if we can play my song, only some professionalism alone try short actually. Yeah, bago. There are people who are their work is to mix and master. Yeah, the problem go right now, you wanna do the beat more high, or record them more high, or shit more high.
Oh yeah, I remember
That's
Casper album the one he was still Solomon. He said it was sent to Los Angeles so that it can be mastered. And when I listened to it, I was like the first response that I listened, I didn't like the album like that, but then I say this album is really well mastered.
Yes.
It was like whoo.
Yeah, and most of the artists whenever Baba Puluba, they do the songs, then they pay someone to do that. So
Investment.
it's because of we don't have
The funds
the funds. And the song that I released
on Good Friday.
it was mixed and mastered by Spoo. But the initial thing that the plan already rumele someone, but then because of the funds, you know that gaucho is a guy, 5K.
The one that Nason is away.
5K. So yeah, that's why. But then at least what we're doing for local, it's perfect, it's good.
So I metro when you put it on the CDJs. And it's more like it's more like how you look at the program the more equipment is more advanced. Is the more you can hear already. This thing is
yeah, very. But the song for it sound it needs professional mixing. Learn mixing but it's not really professional.
Since mixing and mastering, the process of publishing, distributing, what is the process? Also finally, is it audio how is it radio or when you distribute in the DSPs?
How distributor? What is it bajo? these days, Retusa Gore, there's Google. Google does things already simple. And these things still already experience and know. All along. We just didn't know.
Or maybe we didn't have interest by then.
Exactly, yes.
Because it's not a podcast. Get a podcast today.
So that's why Kale, like there were things happening in the record labels. Like the only people Valorant they were online, they were on Spotify or whatever. Maybe but Valorant they are under companies. And those companies were just doing things alone right. There's this little kid Kaleli thing. I think there's Amuse. Now I'm using Amuse. Amuse, it's a distribution company. You download their app and then you pay some subscription and where there's Boost. Okay, package we are Boosty. The features Zion and then there's Pro. Pro it's a package more you can add many more artists. And then Boost it's only for one artist. And so if maybe I'm a company then I have artists that I wanna publish. Yes, I pay for that 1 year Pro. I think it's 900 for subscribe. Then Boost to get 350. That's the one that I'm using. But then I can't add anyone else. It's only profile at DUBELESH. Then you just have a proper quality cover for your album or the song, and then the cover must be the pixels 3000 by 3000. The audio must be a wave file. We just do it everything online. Then while they approve. Once they approve, they then send you the pre-order link. Then they tell you for the song it's streaming whatever. How many streams on Spotify, on iTunes, whatever.
Is it lucrative, Marion, or it's more like you get exposed and then so that you can have gigs?
Yeah, I learned it helps because I got the song it's everywhere. So if it's nice, you people tend to maybe look for you. But then
it's more like having, but again, they're kind of like portfolio, so that people can see that you're a real artist. You have this.
Yes. So
This is interesting. We are really it's really yeah.
Sure.
But then so since we already been and was which one would you say it was your biggest or the one that was the most successful to today?
The song.
Yes.
Now I feel like my first album, the Free Dube, that was the album Lorraine did very well. And if I were to look on the songs or which one did the best more than Teddy, it's really difficult because I didn't cool.
And then when you perform, surely people will be like, we want this song.
Okay.
Asking the repeat and
I think it's Bayakulu.
Bayakulu
I did very well. Yeah.
I remember it.
And I remember on Saturday, this one, those performance.
Those good great.
Yeah. It's really busy performer. This guy here,
the manager.
The manager.
Yeah.
Call the manager.
So he was like, performer Bayakulu, Aramana Destro, the song Manat.
So when I thought because of its old.
Now I wanted to play new stuff.
Yeah. And then that's the same with artists. They want to try, they want to try things. Listen to the manager. It's like sometimes I'm thinking as a fan. Maybe let's say for example, Travis. Let's say Travis is coming. You know Travis, right? Travis Scott, Deja Scott. You know
Yes,
which one?
Travis Scott. Travis Scott.
Okay, Travis Scott is coming. So he has the peanuts a card, which are the songs that they gravitated to. And then he released an album. Let's say maybe he makes an EP also. He wants to come to Mzanzi and then want to try new stuff, but we like him the old stuff. So sometimes as a fan you feel like, I want.
Yeah, it's
it's
true.
like Kaspaga perform Makujeje. It will still be like will be,
Yeah, I think it's something else. It's a Lawrence killer performance.
Sirang.
Ebola performance.
Bianso.
Because you wanna try something new. Mobatu, Valorant, they know all stuff. And then, hey, reaction ya bona, it is not gonna, it will have not been the same. Henkebe no better the old songs. If you can look at let's talk about MT. MT look at why perform a roll up and it works for him.
Yes.
So Lina ki nesetse ke feditse perform and then it's no ke fetsa. Tlhalanya ka ya bo wa mara. You should have performed that song because now ke bethile new stuff of fela ne. I think le one ya Mandela. But then anyway,
Mr.
it was
Kana, how
nice.
many?
The
The exclusive. Oh, it's another requester.
yeah, ne. Okay. Kneeling. Atandwele ya Mandela. And then I performed this one, the new one. The new one obviously it's July Friday, so I was not expecting people to.
But then it's kind of like a build up.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Oh, they were doing.
Like they were enjoying the song.
You made me nervous. You are big, man. You are cookie. You are cookie.
I'm trying.
You are cookie. What accolades do you have that people don't know?
What
accolades? The awards and.
Bro, to be honest, I've never won an award.
I'll submit or we run because you know fans they'll be like, hey, he's been robbed. Meanwhile, sometimes you don't submit.
Nah, I don't submit. And,
why not?
This thing. See, like I once again get time and I felt like it's especially it's a local, you know. Because I felt that if people can vote for me many times as they can, it's a thing the people are doing these things for their own benefit.
The awards
organizers. Yeah, that's what I felt. And in late time I got board. Or in most cases, Kale they were real. If they vote for Dubelesh agra 10,000
votes.
I don't know, for example, 10 votes. And then the other artists agra 5. Dubelesh Wawi. But now it's no longer the same because Dubelesh agra 10, other artists agra 5, but that artist has more money than Dubelesh.
The brown envelope.
Then they bring on the envelope, yes.
Makaro once said, RIP to Rick. He once said, if niggas can pay for this awards, my nigga, I don't want them.
It's like that. And then sometimes it's killing spirit inside the artist.
And it's killing the industry, you know.
The industry as a whole, yes. I wanted to make some examples of the artists stadium, but I don't think it's the right time. But if you can, let's talk about maybe the big awards.
There's the Metro this weekend.
Metro and the Summers. Look at the artists Valorant, they win the awards. Those artists Valorant, they are under big record labels. And then when you come as an independent artist, you have a big song out there, you have people Valorant voted, and your votes maybe obviously they are main who but then obviously those Valorant they are under companies, but yeah, the awards.
I think
let's talk about if you know anyone who is independent and then won an award.
In the country, big. Aries is doing that.
Aries.
Yes. He's independent.
He won something. So he got something was like this show in Nights and I've always said he's one of awards. He won it and I think he was still independent.
You think?
Yeah, he was independent.
I know sometimes we kind of like forget, but then Aries he does it. I think with him he has a huge fan base, and also there's the phrase of everybody loves the underdog.
Yeah.
And also, I wanted to say, Hore, the other way of looking at it is that
Mm.
even if you don't win, you are still reaching different markets.
By just being nominated.
Yeah, that's why sometimes even those who don't win, they go and write 10 times nominee or something, a Grammy
their
nominee
profile.
or whatever. Because
Yeah,
at some
but
point it
I've-
values something.
And I feel like then I'm not ready for Tsona too.
Mm.
I'm sorry. Especially if we were to talk about the local. If you can vote for me, Kadit rand 50 zero. How about you
Go and listen to music.
go and listen to my music? Go to stream my music. If you wanna vote for me 40 times, listen to my song 40 times. I'd appreciate that more than Orung for telephone to we're not even sure if I'm gonna get it. Well, I mean, being nominated for now, the my the main award I wanna see myself holding, Kiona the Metro or the Sama. But the local, I always tell people that Nyabonga, but then I'm good.
Yeah, since we want to mention the awards or the matrix and what does success look like to you? You know, other people want to be on billboards, huge magazines, you know, the Grammys, the what apart from the metros and what's how do you envision your career to be like?
Okay, now my success to me, it's actually what's happening right now. Just being able to make music, share it with the people. That's it. As long as I'm able to reach more people through my music, because my music, if you can listen to the songs, I'm more about reaching out to the young people, sharing the love of God, sharing the message what God has for them. So that's success for me. It's like I'm doing my purpose. I'm sorry. It's not about how which car I'm driving, if I'm on billboards, whatever. Nah. For me, it's just about preaching the word, talking to the people, being the voice to the voiceless. That's me.
Music how ubita like is it Afro pop, gospel?
Yeah,
R&B.
young confused, Alan. But then to make it easy, I just say it's hip hop. But if you listen to it, I say hip hop, pop. Agis.
So,
What
like you said,
can you say?
your idol MT.
Yeah. But there's a sound about African trap, but I don't.
ATM.
Yeah, I don't normally like to title it Kamko because it's not on the correct database. If we were talking about genres, we want jazz, Afro pop, hip hop, or not African trap.
So how mola how local on
Platform I'm used.
How what do you click there?
Hip hop.
Oh, you like hip hop?
Yeah. So it's hip hop.
Dog.
Yeah.
Hip hop dog. You got cousin Joker. Or something relation. Oh. So which lessons did you learn that you still apply to today since Utoma career?
More industry.
Yes.
Lesson number 1. Like you should be humble. Ne?
Sit down.
You should humble yourself before everyone. Ne? And then you must never undermine anyone. And another thing, Eloring, I would like to share the Brasabakawa, baling in the same industry, because you must never date any of your fans. If someone likes your music, she's your biggest supporter, never ever would date that person. Because
don't mix business with pleasure.
yeah, it never works out. Siloirala something. There was this other girl, like she was a fan. Man, let's talk about something. What is the difference between a fan and a supporter? Is this the same
I think it's more about being political correct because they do the same thing. But then to be humble, you gotta say support.
Okay.
And my friend is like, me wipe on.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because I remember there was this other time. Okay, it was this other girl. She's my friend. So I was like, I'm not your friend. I'm just a support. Sorry, it's very fair. I was like, but then yeah, karata ka mokgwa o e tlhalositseng. E tlhalositseng.
So it's already
It's
lesson
perfect.
it's fella it's all ring you want to share.
Yeah,
Advising to people who are watching.
yeah. That's the lesson I learned by myself.
So how did you find yourself getting a manager?
Manager is actually my friend.
Your friend?
Yeah, he's a friend, and then along the way, as it's a whole hour now, man, Dube, I see you because most of the gigs get a Malena, and there was a time where let me start managing. Yeah, professional.
You sign a contract and stuff.
Nah, it's just a deal we had.
Gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, and yeah, I think maybe now go right it we get
We do
to
things properly.
yeah. But then for now, look over to he present himself as a manager so that he deals with some of the things. Nah, I just come on stage, I perform, I go back to the car, and that's it.
So the peto was a fence alone you have seen since Oberkalena compared to when you were doing things solo.
Kitahore, you know, sometimes when you discuss everything but maybe there's someone who wrong what book and then ukra I Lelor, I understand, Marutagara, now my approach, it's not a proper approach. So, yeah,
Professionalism.
yeah. And then maybe you can text me, so, Nago reply, I'm fail. And then when I offend the next thing is a lot yeah, this guy, so let's say by a gig, it's a area where he's able to communicate with people on my behalf. And Lady Gixie get a career through here now. He does things for me.
Let's take it back to 2021. How was the experience of making Free Dube?
Free Dube, it felt really it's a special album, I can say, because it was the first. Literally, I don't have any other album besides that one.
So the EP, they're not in the DSP, so it was like the first time that you were going.
That was the
locked
first.
in studio. Type of us.
Like I was on the digital platforms. That was the first album to be on. Before Nigno Bakira single, keep post up WhatsApp, context and send there so fair. But that was the first album I learned.
But then you really have supporters. And I see on the social I've seen them, and then people leave their numbers and
yeah.
You go and like support is what we need. Joke. Support is really how do you have the resilience and the perseverance? Because pushing sometimes people they will see. I remember speaking of sincerely, there's a post that you did last week, and then you said you made the typos on purpose, and people didn't bother to say or you made a mistake and also
correct.
Yes. So I'm saying what if people just look at and just pass? Like how do you deal with Lotseso?
That's why Kirata, I don't know if maybe away Kirata ho kopala number go Facebook, kopala number WhatsApp. I'm not doing that because of Kipori, go WhatsApp we try. No. Yeah.
That's the reason why you deal with
Joke.
Yeah.
You should do that. Joke on the joke.
Like
I have social anxiety.
like exactly that it's a good example, yeah, that statement is like in the air. People just see what you're doing, they like, and they don't participate or sometimes aba aware or in game. Motono like la hore wena ska tla wa re ke fitile fe. And so I feel like if I have you on my WhatsApp,
Mm.
You understand why you're doing all this.
yes, and then you get to see what WhatsApp like. I did one these things. Facebook, serious cannot tell skip, but WhatsApp, look at skip or we won't or
What am I
Kana kwa how on the phone,
what
so
am I
we do it.
skipping? Mm-hmm. And so
You can even go back and be like, "Moto
yes,
aboard, let me go in.
yeah,
Take your time."
and then happy
So
the thing that I was trying to explain, kahore it never date the person
support.
or support. There was a time she like another this other girl. Because of breakup ya rona, come rising that thing. Yeah, to a point ahore she was a opula calendar na lady kind of getting Facebook what. But how trend go Facebook gradi 1K what. Maybe
Philip.
celebs. Yeah, she was one of the celebs. So nana the crowd they
So
looking.
there half of your face.
Hey, bruh.
Divided. Divided conquer. They always think half.
Something like that. So there was a time Oloring Nalana break up and then Kamakala like the people Valoring maybe Bang Ratile na working Nalena.
Power couple
Abasalete.
vibes.
I thought it's because of that. No, it's not really for the fact that accent. It's because of Naba saying who Lebaka la break up yari. Like he
She only told her side of the story and really
Narrative.
was spicy.
Yeah.
It's spicy. Yeah, Walela Maga.
Let her cook. Let her cook.
So yeah. So and then I felt very impolite somehow. Like, there was a time when Lawrence Ilaga posted like a music. Yeah, nilina ko nilta ba ya onur ke findile out of it and then
Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Next one I know Dobleles. Next one I know who you go. Because they can prepare the next question. Don't worry. I have two questions before we get into the album. I wanted to ask you why did you take a break and then how is it how is the working experience with Terry because he's the only one that I know and see.
yeah, people again at the very green. Okay, there's this other guy, Kevin, but I've never met him in person. I
He's
just
a
heard,
producer.
yeah, I think he produced that Sorry Maki. Sorry Makelwani, that song.
First time.
My song.
Oh
The
yes.
one on free Dube. Sorry man. Okay, upaisise kam koke
Hey, wait. Umfile melody.
nahane that melody well. Yeah, so Kevin, shout out to him. I don't know the guy, but Baruna Commander. But we never met.
Local as like
Kiana Bet is in that track and Sendela Beta. I think it's the only person who Silaka Risabit I release. Sorry. Okay, the experience with Terry D, obviously, I was nice.
Is he harsh on you? Like, how is it? Go and rewrite that verse. Go and
No, it's Terry D, and he just does beats.
or he just give you. Marangara beat also. It has to kind of like there's some beats already they go with the melody, so you have to come up with melody, and then the beat has to be one with.
Yes, sometimes if I have a song in mind, I'm more into a song. Then I'm grill. But he's very cool. I can't say Bohachwa I agree with. He's cool. If we're wrong or no, try this, try that, whatever. And then yeah, in most cases, if some of the songs signal and so on, because a loring and I know nali busy for a hip hop beat. How would you this song? It's this beaty. It got sent to DUBELESH once and so that's a bad way. Once and then I come up with something. To be honest with you, I don't have any book or a notes more via Kuluma. So in
How do you do?
I just switch on the mic to record it. I gotta have like full time go studio. So kono just anything that comes in mind to record
An
it.
idea.
Yeah. Even though first approach it can say be perfect. But if you record that one part and then that's all next time I continue got this. Next time, as no if it's everything, regular final, then I go back. Whatever I guess is sure. Just look, so that's how I do my music. Unlike Zelazora, I have a song here, routine, chorus, verse one, verse two. If I can think of something, maybe a line.
That is nice having a studio in
Yeah,
your home.
that's the
Because
good
studio
part
time is
actually.
really expensive.
Exactly. Give on a good time, bargain, good part they can. And
Mm.
then I also wish your Lemajitama by they can also invest in Dilote so.
Joker, what's time? Time 48. Continue.
Okay, yeah. I normally advise Majita or this thing how you pay for studio time. Sometimes Lona
Did the Mogasi, the studio time whereby you can go and
look on it's one of
you people can come and cook.
yeah, people can come and cook. But
So who's behind, who's doing the things? Or you just come with a producer? and
not
then-
if I'm not a beat maker.
Mm.
But if you have your own beat, you come to me now. I will record you, I'll produce it, and then if ordinary beat, I then recommend the beat makers waiting. Talk to this guy. I will relax with it and then I got another record. And if 3D thing or the people who are working with 3D, then they do everything more. Then he does that. Create a beat, and then
Can I like maybe let's say me and Juke want to make a song. Shout out to Juke. And then maybe we know, let's say Jory's around, he just landed and we want to make music. Do I pay and then he start everything from scratch there?
yes,
Oh,
everything.
okay. Okay. The upcoming album, yeah, because you release
The
the
single.
first single on
Hey,
last
you know,
week.
yeah, this thing, yeah, album. I'm not sure about it. Like to be honest, there are people borrowing once I release the album.
Mm.
So none like my version or my plan, not a version. My plan, Kora, I'm just gonna release singles.
How mean?
Hey, I have many songs, bruh. So I can't say. But the plan, Kora, maybe if I release this song now, give 3 months, just working on it, pushing it, and then after 3 months, I come up with another song. Like the penalty thing, but
So Hanaga album Bilabi.
yeah, I got
Hanaga album.
Because those songs you can just put them together.
No, apart from that, I get album it has to have a structure. But then if you are releasing singles, you are creating traction to a bigger thing. So if you are saying you're gonna release 3 songs, let's say first quarter, second quarter, third, and then the fourth you are releasing album. So you know, are we ever gonna get the album, bro? What are your intentions?
I think something in album. Ne?
It's been how many?
Yes.
4 years
Yeah,
since
4 years.
21.
Kiona ish. Kitlo insa, but not anytime soon.
But they're not also.
And you know, man, I wanna work on my songs. Kadi single, the kids or how we really album. It's like on lately and then on really so now I'm like
Right now, you can feel like what everything you need to feel, you need to go
on the album. Fair.
And yeah, but
So-
the album just it has to have a structure. The
Kwanzaa.
build up with the pitch in a melee and
So yeah, so that's why I can plan or get ready single.
so what was the story behind comeback and also
The story behind the comeback.
Mm.
Ish. That one, if you can listen to that song, I once explained Hore. It is because of I was trying Hore Kiboe back into the industry, but then positively so, godly so. However, because of the lifestyle, Eloren, Silaga Lemo Hore, Tumila Pela, and it's not the way Kihulileng Gate. The songs
you're finding yourself.
yeah, it's like I was lost and then
Spiritual journey.
I was lost. Then I'm trying to of Wapilamo Gaming, and because I was using this music thing to preach. Somehow it's like I'm preaching.
But my thing is that you know how I thought most of songs, it feels like you're speaking about a woman, specifically somebody out there, until it's an or
Yeah,
what is the
the
intention
song now, ne?
there?
Yeah,
And
you actually not the
I like the melodies.
thank you. You're actually not the first person out of here because I got na we get promoter that party and goes yeah. Well, so I told her I was sitting with this other girl at the studio. I told her uyakumbula sisakula sithandana, and I was like, what? Did you change the song?
Mm.
Pero what? Arukutla or thandana. So I like a cherry. I was like, ah, it's chill. Listen to the song. Okay, just to explain that song, Harry Yakumbula Sakula Sitandana. I'm talking about the people in general. Or at the time when we were still growing up, we used to love one another. But now,
Joke. I remember the Make Mila song that you were telling me about.
yeah, like nere rata na re phela monate wa botlhe. But now, go na le tsela tsa gore batho they look down on each other. Answer. It's more about that hore kale we had this love. Re sa re mang o irang, re sa nyatsane. No, it's like motho mongwe le mongwe a te phelela. Yeah, you think someone wa frostana kana so wa frostana just that they tryna post content ya bona. No, it's about content. Like also that yeah, also real love. So it's more or less about that.
Would you hop on piano?
Piano. Yeah,
Yes.
I can, but for me to say I wanna hop on and then release the song, I don't think so.
What do you mean by
Unless
that?
for a feature, yeah, I can make a feature. You know, I don't wanna present myself as a piano artist.
But then you are making South African music.
But I don't wanna come. I have a dream.
Malcolm X.
So the dream Kuramas, what I'm doing right now, that's what I wanna see myself in forever.
But then you can infuse or add the Dr. Munyana, Diego, hip hop munyana, ATM munyana, or lemons and lemonade.
Then
But
it means I will be disturbing my brand. So I wanna brand myself as this kind of an artist. It's more no, but I get piano no like yona. Also I agree on maybe pop. No, if
They want you to hop on every trend.
yeah.
no,
And
I'm putting it from a perspective. Remember, there's this EP or album that comes out small. I think it's called Isimo or something like that. It has Tunzi, Mahu, and them. That whole album is very spiritual. And then, even though they are not, the intention is not like they're preaching the gospel, but then they talk about Nkosi, izwa imithandazo yabantwana bakho, what. I can't say.
I think everyone only their own version
Of who they want to be.
Yeah.
And their brand.
Yes, exactly. So then it's one of the things Loring ki decided or I will stick to this music Ogira. Until if it means then I go pop around, then that's God's plan.
That's God's plan.
Yeah, because I can plan or I wanna do this, but then at the end of the day, God is the one Loring who will decide. Over. Okay, there are some people who are to how say piano pick yona ke nako ya yona no. Yes, ke nako ya piano, but
everything has seasons.
besides that, the kind of music I can make the crowd stand up or who perform about piano fair. Like our DJ so perform a piano, but once I get on stage, we all have different.
I remember the performance actually. Yeah. But it's really interesting. After I put over,
You were there?
no, I saw it.
Mm.
Yeah, there was a
Neta
different.
kusapula the last time nailing wahama.
I think it was 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one performance happened.
Mhm.
There
Yeah.
were DJs with them up piano.
Yeah. Yeah.
You perform. It was a different atmosphere.
Yes. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Somewhere could say another it's one of those piano. What I
There
want.
was this article that I read. It's on your timeline. They mentioned already you shared a stage with, and then they wrote the names. So I want to understand when they say you shared. Did you perform where these people performed, or how? Or what does that mean?
Okay, sharing a stage, bila. Okay, then before I thought, hore, if I'm on stage, Luena, maybe we have a song, or when after performance, how you introduce me, then I come. I thought that's sharing stage, but
Uh-huh.
it's not really that. But me being at an event whereby Java is at the same lineup, we shared the stage.
Oh.
So that's what it actually means. If I perform, Casper perform after, we shared the stage. I'm sorry. Yeah, so that's why you require what to about that.
Joker, any questions?
Now you covered that.
Any last words before you die, before you leave?
Okay. First,
Also, before that, your single.
yeah,
Speak about it. Maybe more I would say so didn't touch on.
I think now that the song is out, remember I wanted to do this interview
Before it got out.
But then I think
Now,
rearranged this, it's already late. And then, yeah, what
But
I want
then I
to say,
think-
Connor, the song, it's, sorry?
I wanted to say, even though if we will drop this Friday, so it'll be a week later, but then if
Yeah.
it will still create traction people to go back.
Okay, yeah, well, the song, it's titled Ngosi Yami, and it's available on all digital platforms. And I would really like if people by support, by people. Sometimes you don't have to listen to my song because of it's me. I'm sorry. Listen to the song hoping or you'd find something, and I promise very you will find something. Once so sometimes we all have our favorites, ne? But then for someone to be your favorite, it's because of you had something. So then I'd like people to give me that benefit,
No doubt.
Let's just check and see. I promise I will never disappoint. Yeah, so I think we let's enough, bro.
So your final words?
Final words, let's just keep on supporting one another. Let's not undermine people. And yeah, thank you guys. You can also follow me on all social platforms, Facebook, my TikTok. It's not really TikToky.
Instagram,
Yeah, but I'm
you
working
have
on
the
it.
account to change.
Eh?
Instagram, one of the accounts.
Yeah,
Which one is
the
active?
main one, DUBELESH superstar.
Oh,
Learn still.
superstar.
Yeah. Nah. So yeah, and then thank you guys for having me today.
Also, thank you
It's
for
really
blessing
an
us
honor
with your
to be here.
presence.
You're welcome, and thank you.
From the boys, this has been the experience. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. No, so I've been comfortable. Look, just like his single Nkosia Zulu Sanchave, like Nkosia. We are out. Peace.